tell you all about themselves, okay?
Today we had a live wax museum at Amanda North.
I was Harriet Tubman in the wax museum, and we had to look up some stuff and learn about them to write our speech.
I got to tell lots of people about why I was famous. I was one of the Wright brothers' Orville.
This week, you might notice I have a puppy in a cat stroller. Well, that's because Rigatoni here, she's almost 40 pounds and she gets a little heavy when you hold her a while. We don't let our puppies walk the grounds here for their safety until they've been fully vaccinated. Now, Rigatoni is a German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd mix, and this gal is very friendly.
This is very important. Okay. A lot of people just grab the tick by the middle of the body and pull it off. That is absolutely the wrong thing to do, because if there's any leftover blood in the digestive tract even, or any rickettsias in the bacteria in the digestive tract, and you grab that tick in the middle,
you're injecting yourself, aren't you?
Squirting blood back into you.
I thought this was a sad story, but kind of inspirational. Travis Fowler from Franklin had gone to his grandmother's funeral that day and just played lights out that night. So shout out to Travis. I know he was playing with a heavy heart, Tate.
Without a doubt. Thoughts to him and his family, but he already had the respect of his teammates and coaches and opponents, but that really gained some respect right there. That's tough to do. And I'm sure, knowing like a lot of ours would, that's probably what his grandmother would have wanted him to do.
No question.
No blossoms come as all predicted, for swirling snow is unrestricted. Instead of blue skies and a breeze, it's gray above and strong winds freeze. Although I plan to see spring flowers, do you know what? God sent snow showers.
So the county applied for and was granted a $400,000 award from the federal DOT to create a safety action plan for all of Williamson County. And that action plan would identify the locations that receive the most and the worst accidents. It will also identify either projects or other strategies to help address those safety needs. So that's kind of a big deal.
With a planner, I can put something in a format, but then make it my own.
It really was just a proud moment. Seeing her work so hard, and then she finally gets that $1,000 check, it was just like, yes, she did it.
Make sure you're really finding things that you're passionate about, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy doing something, then it's not worth it.
She's just really good at everything she does.
I think that she's definitely going places.
Rhea, class of 2024.
This week, John Wilkins hired as the new basketball coach for the Brentwood girls team. Nice hire by Williamson County Schools and Brentwood High School.
Great hire, I would say. And if the name sounds familiar, that is because he is the brother of Independence head basketball coach Mark Wilkins. He's been at McKenzie High School, which is, as you know, that's over a little West Tennessee-ish, over by Huntington, the Carroll Lake area. So great hire.
Fraction General Hospital is like where you learn how to do fractions and get better at it, but you also have fun and get to wear fun costumes.
There's an operating table where you solve fractions.
The budget that we proposed and that you all approved establishes the minimum teacher salary at $50,100. So based on our budget, if it gets approved, again, knowing that we're 15 million short right now to get this done, we will be $100 in 1 year ahead of the governor's minimum.
The microchipping is something that we encourage everyone to do with every pet you have in your home. For example, God forbid, but anything like a fire or something happen and your animal get away from you and they run away, with a microchip in them, any veterinarian can run a wand over them, get that microchip number and find out who the owner of that dog is.
But here's the stat of the week. Maddie Brewer was on the receiving end of 5 of the 6 touchdowns, and she had 26 flag pulls from her defensive position.
Wow. That's
getting after it.
You did your homework too.
Amen.
Not only did they get after it, you got after it.
Amen. Brought the juice.
I'm very passionate and happy that I was able to partner with the Williamson County Health Department, the Anti-Drug Coalition, the courts and the schools to raise awareness on something that I'm very passionate about, substance abuse and mental health. Today it is very alarming to see what we're up against, being the fact that this is the leading cause of death in America for 50-year-old individuals and younger. Being a father, having kids, I believe it is very important that we create conversation, create topics, and start discussing it.
I'm one of the student support service teachers here at Page High School. Today is World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. This day we were wearing crazy socks to help bring awareness to Down syndrome.
It was super exciting, big event, fun to bring.
Yes, it was so great to make it school-wide and just to see the level of engagement, to see every faculty member involved and cheering kids on. It was a win, so I would love to see it continue.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about no one. So I know we've said this a few times. They're not the new puppies anymore.
No.
But they've really come of age out there at that school. A lot of fun.
Happened really fast.
A lot of fun.
On May 13th, the mayor will present a proclamation to the county commission that speaks to the great things our heroes do here today. It will also publicly recognize the telecommunicators here in Williamson County as first responders.
Now, we're sitting here in Williamson County with an amazing sheriff's department, with amazing city police departments, a county commission who put school resource officers in every one of our schools long before the state ever provided the money to do it. We are blessed here in Williamson County.
I always think that you go through things so that you can help other people through them. And for me, it's like I would love to be able to be a voice for other people that are stuck in their shame, or that have a hard time talking about it, to go, oh wait, she went through that? Okay, well maybe I can talk to someone too.
And we all know the value of music education and what it does to develop a whole student. So by these instruments being in the classroom with all these teachers, every student now has access to music education.
Once upon a time, there was a princess who kissed a frog who happened to betray a shocking fish. She was caught by a fisher girl who wished for gold, but instead became a witch that tried to eat 2 children, one of whom grew up to marry a woodcutter who would have a daughter that would make a series of deals with the devil and enchantress and a weird little man for her firstborn child, who would eventually be locked away in a tower before having her hair cut off and meeting a prince in the desert.
brain imaging studies which have shown that kind and compassionate feelings cause changes in our prefrontal cortex. And with kindness practice, that area gets more and more accessible.
As this county has changed and grown and become more sophisticated, it may make more sense that the interim development policies for Franklin's UGB might be different than for Nolensville's UGB.
I can't tell you how many times I've sat with families and they sit and you start to talk to them about all these symptoms, and all of a sudden they're like, gosh, now it makes so much more sense. This was going on 7 or 8 years ago. Why did we not ever pick up on this?
They can help you learn how to and when to support your loved one that's struggling with substance abuse. And I would also like to say that Williamson County 911 will always be here to answer your call whenever you need it.
Want to be fair. I think we're fair and balanced here on Sports Connection. Do you agree?
Fairly fair.
Fairly fair and balanced. Fairly fair. Don't know about balance.
We're fair. I like what you just said. We're fair, but we're not balanced.
We're fair, we're not balanced.